Hey Gemini, darkdovetarot here. Hope you're doing fantastic. This is your February 2019 singles read. So if you didn't see my announcement, I am splitting the reads into singles and reconciliation. So again, if you are wanting the singles read, you have the right read. If you want the reconciliation read, it's right next to the singles read. I decided to split them up. I just thought it would be a nice change. I just thought it would be, good. You can just watch the singles read and they can just watch the reconciliation read. If you prefer that I put it back, let me know because I can easily switch it back to the way I was doing it. They may seem shorter, but they're not. It's just because you're not watching you're not watching the reconciliation read or watching their part of it. So again, split reads, let me know what you think. Any likes, subscribes, comments, etc. are greatly appreciated. If you want a private read, the information is in the description. Just repeating that, it is in the description, I promise. And if you don't find it under this video and I forgot to post it, you will find it under the video next to it. So this is a general read. Hopefully it resonates with the majority of you, but check your sun, moon, and rising, as some months those may resonate with you more than others. Again, general read. All right. What's going on with your cards here, Gemini? Oh, golly, you have like every card in the deck just flew out. Hold on. Give me a second. All right. Got a lot going on, I guess, Gemini, or a lot coming up. Let's see. We can only hope, right? Never a bad thing to have a lot coming up. What do you guys think of Valentine's Day? I'm always super curious to see how people think about Valentine's Day, or to hear how people think about it, or hear what... Sorry, I'm all over the place. Hear what people think about it, because some people like it, some people loathe it. So anyways, just curious what you guys think about Valentine's Day, since, obviously we're coming into February. All right, let's put your theme of the month and we'll get started. For singles, February 2019, Gemini. I'm telling you what, you guys showed up in Capricorn's read, so I don't know if you're dealing with Capricorn, but there is all sorts of love going on over there. And like I said, Gemini showed up in their read pretty crazy for this month. All right, theme of the month for Gemini singles. Okay, we'll take that. All right, so your theme of the month is strength. That's Leo's card. This is about patience. It's about strength. And it's about control, but controlling what you can and then leaving the rest up to the universe or God or whatever it is that, you believe in. So Leo, I love this card as your theme of the month because it shows you're coming off strong. You could also have a magnetism where people are attracted to you or interested in you or intrigued by you, because the strength card is somebody who is feeling very magnetic, or other people feel very magnetic around them. So this definitely feels like you'll have some suitors coming your way if you decide to venture out. I feel like some of you have been maybe sticking back and not really, the focus has not been on meeting somebody, but you're not opposed to it if it were to come towards you. All right, the next card you have is your current position coming into the month, and you have the Three of Wands. So very interesting. The Three of Wands is about goals. It's about planning. It's about, but it's also about teamwork. So it's like you're looking forward in life. You're wanting to make plan. You're wanting to set goals, especially coming into 2019. We're early in the year. This is you kind of like, where do I want to go? And then also, what type of person would I like to meet? Because again, this is a partnership, teamwork type card, but you're looking at it as a possibility, not that it's sitting right in front of you. So I feel like you're putting a lot of thought into what type of partner you want, what type of relationship you're looking for. Some of you may think, I want a committed relationship that moves to marriage and then kids and whatnot. And others are like, hey, I just like somebody to go hang out with and have adventures with and to go have a nice dinner. And I feel like some of you may be realizing that what you thought you wanted is not exactly what you wanted. Like some of you were hell-bent on, hey, I want to be in this serious committed relationship and I want this, that, and the other. And all of a sudden you're going, you know what? For right now, I have so much going on in my life. I just like somebody to hang out with and have fun. And for others, I think it's the opposite. I feel like you are realizing you do want the things you never thought. Some of you were like, oh, I'm going to be a bachelorette or bachelor for life. I just want to date around. I just want to have fun. And now you're going, no, I don't want to be like, I don't want to be, I want somebody to be with. I want to be, you know, 70 years old, retired, sitting on a front porch, you know, holding the love of my life's hand. So I feel like there's a lot of people are starting like a self-discovery in what it is they want in 2019, according to what they feel they want in their love life. All right. And this card is representing how you're feeling coming into the month. And you have the Hanged Man. This is about sacrifice. It's about wisdom. It's about self-awareness. So the Hanged Man, very much what I was just talking about, self-awareness, figuring out what do I want and what sacrifices do I need to make to get there? Because I feel like some of you, Gemini, have been very focused on work, very focused on, you're not in the emotional bracket. You're not going, oh, I want to meet the love of my life. You're kind of like, I have a lot of stuff. I've got shit going on right now. And so how much am I willing to sacrifice to have somebody in my life? And for you, it does feel like a sacrifice, even though it shouldn't feel like a sacrifice. But for you, it's kind of like, I have so many moving pieces right now that I would literally have to like, you know, free up more time to be able to go on dates. Or it feels like some of you are emotionally closed off a little bit, but now you're building up strength to finally maybe open that door. You're looking at this almost as like, I hate to say job opportunity. It sounds strange because it's not a negative thing. It's just, you have so many good things going on, right? And you have like this stability. And in the past, some of you have had love that comes in and really torments and really tears things up and really kind of, you know, overwhelms or overtakes. And this is you kind of saying, I want to meet somebody. I have the strength to be a good partner. You know, it's like, but you're not willing to sacrifice the life that you've built. You're not willing to sacrifice unless the right person comes along. So you're looking at it very much like, almost like paperwork kind of, again, not in a negative way, just like, I have too much stuff in my life. I can't take the instability of like drama. So that's definitely off the table. So if you do meet a connection, they're going to have to be very drama free. The next card you have is your distant past 5-10 years. Could be, you know, from your childhood. And you have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is nostalgia. It's looking back. It's very much reminiscing. So this month, I think the universe is putting this card here to kind of tell you, like, love is good. Love is not a contractual agreement. I mean, yes, marriages and things like that are contractual, but you get my point. Like, look at this, open up a little bit more. Like, you have had past relationships that have been loving or good, and you do like the physical touch, and you do like the physical being of, you know, being with somebody else, and you do have hopes. You do, some of you want kids, some of you do want to get married, some of you want these things, but you've been guarded because of situations you've dealt with in the past, because some relationship at some point or another has just completely, it overtook it. It just thwarted with drama, and it could even be like a divorce, or, you know, having to separate a family with kids. So something very tumultuous that made you kind of closed off, or feel a little less like accepting the emotional or wanting the emotional, and more like, you know, how does this person fit in my life? You know, what areas am I willing to sacrifice? And instead, it should be more of this, I really want to feel that connection. I really want to feel that person next to me, the touch of their skin, and those types of things. So it's not a bad thing. It's just, I feel like you're having a little hard time wanting to open up your heart because there have been some burns in the past, and you're just not willing to go through the chaos of what was before. The next card you have is your immediate past. So over the past few weeks, past month or two, and you have the 10 of Wands. So yeah, you have a lot going on. A lot of you are single for a reason, because you have not had the time, the energy, or the intention of, you know, wanting to make something happen. You've had big things going on at work, or maybe you went through a divorce and it's been dragging out for like 2 years and it's finally done. Because this is a completion card. So you finished a project, or you finished, are finally over a divorce, or you're finally out of a house that you've been waiting to get out of so that you can, be on your own, separate it again. Whatever it is to you, this is some sort of responsibility or burden that you had to get through. It's finally completed, and now you're slowly feeling the confidence of moving up to meeting somebody or, you know, dating or having somebody in your life. Again, it feels like there have been some burdens or some things that you want, or just responsibilities in general. You're like, hey, Dark Dove, I have kids and a mortgage and whatever. And so love has been the last thing on my mind, or it's just something that I can't really fit in right now. But I feel like some of you are missing that aspect a little bit, because this is like a reminiscing card of missing building that connection with somebody. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, and you have the King of Wands. So this is you kind of getting back on track as far as meeting somebody. This is you planning and saying, okay, I would like to meet somebody now. How does this fit into who I am and what I've built for myself at this moment? Because the King of Wands is somebody who's very magnetic, somebody who's very attracts people, which is interesting because I said that about the Strength card. So this definitely means people are going to be attracted to you. There could be kids involved. Either you're a single parent, they're a single parent, or you both want kids. Something with children is definitely involved here. But this is somebody who's going to look up to you, but also you're very magnetized by them. This is somebody that you're like, okay, this is what I've been looking for. This is somebody that I wouldn't feel like it's more of a job interview. This is somebody that I could actually feel myself opening up to and really appreciating and really being attracted to. So this is, I feel like, a double sword here. It's you and our wand, I guess I could say. It's you and this person. So this is the type of person that's coming towards you, and this is the type of person that you're building up and becoming, which is why love has kind of taken a back seat. You've tried to become the best person you can be, and then comes love, if that makes sense. The next card you have is your immediate future. So throughout the month of February, and you have the Knight of Pentacles. So again, getting yourself on the right track. The Knight of Pentacles is somebody who's working very hard, very diligently, having goals, setting their sights on something. This is you saying, I need a good work-life balance. I need to be emotionally strong. I need to be confident. And I need to be independent and able to, you know, stand on my own 2 feet, take care of my responsibilities, and then I feel like I could get to that place where, you know, for some of you, you had financial hiccups, or you had, you know, job changes, or again, you went through a divorce, or, you know, you've been separated for a long time or divorced for a long time, but finally everything is like, you're on your own. Finally, you're in a space where it's a good opportunity to actually start dating, because at one point you felt like, I'm not in a position to meet anybody. I'm not good where I am. So how would that make me a good partner? It would just become kind of a chaotic situation. The next card you have, so I feel like this night is kind of like wrapping up like loose ends in order to being in a good position of feeling confident in going out and meeting somebody, like having your ducks in a row. The next card you have is a situation that's going to happen throughout the month. It could be in the beginning, middle, end. It could last for a day. It could last for 20 minutes. You have the Page of Swords. This is somebody who's seeking clarity, seeking the truth. So I feel like this is you actually going out and dating. I feel like this is you, whether it's an online site, whether it's a meetup group, whether it's just talking to people. I feel like you're going to be like randomly having conversations with people, maybe at your kid's school, or maybe like, you know, at the store, or maybe again, you know, going out with some friends and then randomly conversating. Because this feels like more of a, you're seeking people out, you're wanting to date, but like you've got one eye on doing that, and then the other eye on like everything else you've got going on. So this is almost like you're open to it, you're paying attention, you're looking at, you know, you're looking at people, and you're thinking, I wonder if this could be somebody I could date. So, but you're not like forcibly like, oh, I gotta meet somebody. This is you like just keeping your eyes open, keeping an eye out for, hey, maybe this could be somebody I could date, or hey. So, and I feel like you're doing it in other places too, not just like the normal online, whatever. I feel like this is you really looking in different areas, looking in different directions. I can't explain it. All of a sudden I just got this weird, like chill, like you're kind of like, oh, I've been noticing that dad at my son or daughter's school. I've been noticing, you know, this person when I go to the gym. Just before you were just very focused on other things. And now you're kind of like, well, hey, that person's kind of cute. That guy or girl's kind of cute. So it's like you're more open to the idea of finding somebody. The next card you have is how you feel. Oh, you guys, always trying to, you guys, your card is the love card. Come on. I knew you could only keep your wall up for so long, or you could only keep your door shut for so long. I knew I'd see some emotion in here somewhere because you have the Nine of Cups. This is your hope for the month. This is bliss. This is pleasure. This is wishes coming true. This is, so here's your emotion. This is what you've been kind of keeping closed off, which makes sense. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. You guys have been through the ringer. You guys have been through some things, and Geminis are very responsible. And when shit gets like misprioritized and whatnot, you feel off kilter and you're just not willing to do that or sacrifice for the things you've built in your life. And you've been through that sometime before and you're just not willing to do it again. And this is you saying, but I still believe. I know, I'll still meet somebody. There's somebody out there for me. I still like love. I've just been putting it away for a little bit in my back pocket. All right. The next card you have are your hopes and fears for the outcome, and you have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is, your fear is that you're gonna, the Knight of Swords is kind of hostile, very confrontational. So I feel like for some of you, and I laugh a little bit because I feel like for some of you, you haven't been out in a long time, or you haven't, it hasn't been a priority to meet people, and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, this is how dating is. For some of you, like, you were married for a long time and you divorced and now you're back out there and you're like, how do people do that? What the heck? What happened to actually going on dates? Do people ever go on date? Like, it's very, I laugh because I've seen it all. I have people who've talked to me about who've been dating for years and they're like chronic daters and they're like, I'll never meet anybody and this dating sucks now. And then I meet people who haven't dated forever and they're out for the first time and they're like, what in the world is this? Who would date like this? So I joke about it, but this is a fear of yours. This isn't actually something that's happening. This is internal. This is a hope or a fear. And obviously this is a fear that you're going to have to go out and be like, what is your problem? And is this, and you didn't, you know, like you're going to be, I just feel like some of you are going to feel like really like a moment of hopelessness, but don't give up because it's not all terrible. Obviously people meet, but this just makes me chuckle a little bit because I feel like some of you are going to be dumbfounded with the type of stuff you run into and you won't be able to bite your tongue. You'll be like, oh, hell no, like I'm not doing this. All right. The next card you have is your outcome, and you have the Ace of Swords, which mimics this perfectly. The Ace of Swords is about having clarity. It's about having the power to, so I feel like you are holding the power, Gemini. If you're going to date, you're going to date. Nobody's going to force you. Nobody's going to, like, if you meet somebody you want to date, you'll date them. If you meet somebody and you don't want to go out with them, you won't. I feel like you're going to be very matter of fact. You're going to be like, okay, this person seems pretty cool. I'm going to, you know, let's go on a date and see what they're about. And if the person gives you any red flags at all, you're going to have no problem cutting them out. Again, this is you kind of having the power. But I think you need that a little bit because it just gives you a little more security that you won't bump into the crap that you've dealt with in the past. Because, like, for some of you, like I said, you know, you have just been on a roller coaster before and you're just not willing to go through that again or sacrifice yourself for that. But the Ace of Swords is about having the clarity and seeing things clearly as well. So it's understanding the fact that you do have the emotional, that you do want that connection, that your card is the Lover's card, and that you do respect, you know, the emphasis of love. You're just not willing to, lose yourself in it. Okay, now your clarifying card for the outcome is the Ace of Pentacles, which I love for you guys because, Gemini, the Ace of Pentacles is opportunities. It's new opportunities, but it's not just a few opportunities. It's a lot of opportunities, and there's potential in that. The Ace, so I'm going to take both of these because they both popped out. The Ace of Pentacles is about potential. It's about opportunities that turn into potential. So you're definitely on your way to meeting this future king. Again, I don't apply sex, so it could be king or queen. But you're definitely on your way to meeting this person who's very stable, who brings the best out of you, that you feel very drawn to and very magnetic to. Now, your clarifying card for the distant future is the Magician, which this is manifesting what you want. This is about having the ability to be versatile and find the love you want, but keeping your life stable and not having the drama and not having the chaos that you've witnessed before. The Queen is also you opening up, you feeling that emotional tie again. The Queen is saying, when I meet the right person, I will open up my heart again. I will feel generous with my intentions. I will feel generous with my heart chakra. But until that happens, you are going to be a little guarded. But again, the Queen of Pentacles is also a very motherly figure, very nurturing. So it could be somebody that has kids. It could be somebody that you could potentially see yourself having kids with. But this energy will open up. You'll feel a lot less like burden, a lot less like love is kind of a challenge right now. You'll feel a lot more open to it. But again, it's positive vibrations, positive thoughts, because the Magician is about manifesting something. But I don't see you having a problem meeting people at all. I just think it's how you're going to assess the situation and how you're going to, I feel like a lot of you are kind of like, I'm not dealing with any crap or BS. So the minute I smell it, I cut it off. But you're going to have plenty of opportunities. So even if, you know, you have to date quite a few people, it's not the quantity, it's the quality, right? All right, Gemini, I'll see you next month.